on here? Nope. Okay, I'll start with Phil Thomas of the Sun.
Hi, Roy. Once again, we're talking about another dodgy, to say the least, decision. I think I know what your answer is going to be, but could you give us your response to that ludicrous penalty?
I just don't understand how we've allowed it to happen. I don't understand how the Premier League, the referees, the coaches, the managers, the players, I don't know how we've allowed this type of situation, which we have virtually in every match at the moment, to occur, because the rules of football are important. One of the beauties for me of the rules of football was basically everyone knew them, because most people have played some sort of football, even if it was only in the schoolyard. But now we've got to, take on board rules which are being suggested are the right ones to judge handball. And for me, they aren't the right ones to judge handball. So I think the whole thing's a nonsense. And I'm always disappointed that a good game of football between two good teams, which probably should have finished as a draw and a fairly evenly contested draw, now means that one team goes away with 3 points and the other with 0. And of course, the winner leaves knowing full well that it shouldn't have been a penalty, and the loser goes away thinking, well, we played well enough, but this sort of penalty has robbed us of any points in the game.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Who would like to ask a question? Anybody else? George from PA.
Well, you mentioned the penalty was obviously a frustration. In terms of positives, please for Easy to get 75 minutes and make his first start in the Premier League.
Oh, absolutely. I was very pleased with the team's performance. I thought after the first maybe 10 or 15 minutes, we started slowly. I thought we really got ourselves back into the game well, and going towards half-time, we were establishing some sort of control of the game, playing well enough. And in particular, second half, I thought the way the players got over the disappointment of finding themselves 2-1 down in a way they found very harsh, and the way they approached the second half was very positive. So there were lots of very good individual performances, and I would count Eberechi's as one of those very positive performances.
Thank you. We'll go to Paul Rowan of the Sunday Times.
Hello, Roy. Wasn't that similar, though, that penalty, to the decision you got against Manchester United last week?
Yeah, I criticised it, if you remember correctly.
Pardon?
Yeah, I criticised it, if you remember correctly, last week. I said I didn't think it was a penalty. And I don't think this was a penalty. And I don't think the game I watched on TV just before this game started, when Mopé was adjudged to handle the ball, I didn't think that was a penalty. I think the rule is a nonsense. And I think it's a nonsense when we get one. And I think it's a nonsense when we get one against us. And I think it's probably only serving the purpose of, you guys, basically, because, obviously polemics and discussions and, dramatic moments are what keeps your work in full swing. But for us in football, I just find it very, very disappointing that the game that I certainly love and believe in is being reduced to this level, where every week games are being decided on so-called penalty decisions for handball, which are definitely not handball. Does that answer the question strong enough for you?
Well, except I disagree with you that we want to see a good game as well, Roy. But it does answer it. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Well, I'm not suggesting that you don't want to see a good game as well. All I'm saying is that, unfortunately, instead of the quality of football today from the two teams, which I thought was actually very good and probably was worthy of two teams that started the team so well, all of the discussion is going to be about handball or not. And probably I'm going to find myself in the spotlight for saying what I think is an obvious truth. The rule is wrong, and I don't understand how we in football have allowed it to develop.
Thank you.
Pleasure.
Okay, we'll leave it there, but I'm going to go to Tom Bartley of The Sun. The broadcast section the live section is over, and these